dudes, what's up? So the lighting isn't the best for this video. I apologize for that. I was very busy today and I wasn't able to film until now, and it is a little after 4, so the sun is setting. So I pulled an extra lamp from my office and brought it into here, and it's sitting right there kind of providing some light, but it's not as good as natural light. Nothing really beats natural light unless you have a ring light, but even that's not really the same. So this video is just going to be a little bit darker than usual. If that bugs you, I'm sorry. Since it's December and we're getting into the holidays, I figured that today we would talk about some Christmassy, holiday-y folklore. Today we're going to be talking about Krampus, which I feel like people have heard the term Krampus, but maybe not everybody knows everything about him. To start, basically Krampus is just the opposite of Santa. So everybody is probably very familiar with Santa. If you're not, he is a guy in a big red and white suit who comes to visit people's houses on the 25th of December and brings good children presents. Kind of the opposite of Santa or St. Nicholas. Santa is also called St. Nicholas, St. Nick. The opposite of Santa is basically Krampus. If we have St. Nick or Santa or St. Nicholas on this side, him being a saint, we have the other opposite end of the spectrum, which is Krampus, and people basically refer to him as a devil. So we have a saint over here and a devil over here. Like Santa rewards good children, Krampus punishes bad children. Krampus is described as a half demon, half goat man being, supernatural being, folklorish being. It originated somewhere in Europe, and Krampus is a big European belief, and Krampus tends to just be a huge thing over in European countries. Not so much America, at least I don't think I've ever heard of him until the movie came out, but that doesn't mean people don't celebrate him. But Krampus is bigger in the European countries since that is where he originated. His appearance is usually along the lines of a big hairy being, brown hair all over his body. He has 2 long goat horns sticking out of his head and hoofs on his feet, so he doesn't have feet, he's got like hoofs. When he opens his mouth, he has fangs and a very long, kind of snake-ish like tongue, like it's got the points at the end. And usually he is seen either wearing or holding chains. Him holding the chains or carrying the chains is thought to symbolize the binding of the devil. So the 6th of December is the day to celebrate St. Nicholas. That's why it's called St. Nicholas Day. But in Europe, while they do celebrate St. Nicholas on St. Nicholas Day on the 6th of December, they also celebrate Krampus the night before, so the 5th of December. So that's basically the night where Krampus comes out and punishes the children who have misbehaved that year. There is a tradition where on the 5th of December, children who were good that year leave candy in their shoes, and children who were bad that year leave a birch rod in their shoes, signifying that they were naughty or bad that year. Folklore says that for the misbehaving children, Krampus basically steals them away and he takes them to hell with him and punishes them there. It doesn't really say anywhere what he does with them, but I mean, since he's dragging them to hell, I think we can all kind of just think about what happens. Yes, that's very morbid. Very opposite of Santa, as you can tell. Santa being like the celebrate the good, Krampus being the let's drag the bad children to hell. In addition to the 5th of December, there is a day every year in Europe which is called the Krampus Lauf, I believe, L-A-U-F, or in English, the Krampus Run, where men dress up as Krampus and basically parade around towns. Extremely horrifying if you can think of what that might look like. I personally think that if any child went there, they would be terrified, but I guess that's the whole point, is to like terrify them into being good. I don't know, like with Santa, it's like, oh, you gotta be good, otherwise he's gonna bring you coal, and I guess over in Europe it's, oh, you better be good or you're gonna die in hell. Very different, but I mean, I guess whatever works into scaring children to be good, you know? Because that's all that it's about. So I thought we could also look at some pictures of Krampus together, just so we can get an understanding of what he looks like or might look like. So this picture I'm gonna put up on the screen right now. He looks very similar to Santa, which is kind of horrifying. except for the fact that he has very long goat horns and extremely long nails, and it's just a very grotesque version of Santa. You can see that he also has the long white Santa beard and the red fur-trimmed Santa robe, but it's extremely horrifying looking. With this picture, it's a little bit different. He is extremely hairy. He doesn't really have the Santa similarities as the last picture did. You see the goat horns, the long fangs, the very scary looking face, and the fact that he is covered in hair, like his description said. This picture, which is just found on Wikipedia, it's a more cartoonish style instead of the realistic version. Here you can see Krampus's extremely long tongue capturing a child who presumably was bad that year, because you can see that he has a birch rod in his hand. I'm assuming that he's about to take her to hell with him. This last picture that I'm going to explain right now is kind of showing the difference between St. Nick and Krampus. On the one side, you can see that there was a good little girl who gets presents from St. Nicholas, and on the other side, you see a child who probably misbehaved that year and is basically pleading to Krampus, who is holding the chains and the birch rod, looking down at the child. So there's just a little bit of the difference between the two. On the one hand, you have Santa or St. Nick, which is basically light, and then Krampus, which is darkness. There was a movie made in 2015 about Krampus. It was an American movie. I have not seen it. I don't know if I'm going to see it. I don't know if I heard if it was good or not. But then again, I don't know if anybody I know saw it. It was supposed to just be like very creepy, very Christmassy, but scary. I'm gonna close these blinds. People are probably looking at me. Yeah, I didn't see it, so I can't really say what it was like, but if you've seen it, please let me know how you liked it or how it was down below. If we have any Supernatural fans here watching, he was also a part of Supernatural in season 10. I haven't gotten to season 10 yet, but I did see that he was a part of Supernatural in season 10. So yeah, so he was also there. I believe it's probably because of the whole supernatural aspect surrounding him and his origin, and also Supernatural just liking those kinds of things. If you guys haven't seen Supernatural, the show, it's a TV show, you should probably watch it. Since you guys are here, I know you like that kind of stuff. For some reason, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent with Supernatural for a second. I hope that's okay. For some reason, when I kept hearing about Supernatural, I did not think it was going to be about ghosts and spirits and all those things that, I mean, we all know I like. I don't know why. I kept hearing the title and I'm like, wow, ghosts and stuff, Supernatural, you know, but the show's probably not about that. And then when I started dating Alex, he was like, have you seen Supernatural? You would really like it. And I'm like, no, like, isn't that not about ghosts? And he's like, no, it is. I'm like, oh, okay. You should go watch it. You would probably like it. I need to catch up on that. I really do. There's so many things that I'm so behind on. Back to the whole Krampus theme thing. He was in Supernatural season 10. Again, I haven't been there yet, so I can't describe what it was like, but I think that's probably better. So if you want to see more about him, you can watch that episode or watch all of the seasons and get up to that point, which I would recommend because it's a very good story. At least what I've seen so far, it is so good. And if you need any more of an incentive, these are the two main characters, so need I say more? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to do something kind of relating to holidays and winter and Christmas. If there are any other holiday or winter-y related supernatural beings or folklores that you guys would like me to cover this month, please let me know. Maybe I could do one next week or even the week after. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love you guys and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everybody.